Hey guys, Mario here with my muse, the iconic Kimberly Noel Kardashian West. And today we are going to show you guys probably my favorite tutorial I've ever done with her because it is the first collab with her that I'm doing and the first collab for KKW Beauty. It is the KKW and Mario collaboration.
Okay guys, so I want to read you the names of our shadow palette. They're names that really mean something to us and represent our 10-year friendship.
This is 2008, which is the year that we started. This shade here is Glam because she's the queen of glam and brought glam back. This one here is
Miami.
Miami because
That's one of our favorite places.
Yeah.
And we've gotten some of our best looks, makeup looks in Miami.
This one here.
Armenian,
because you guys know she's Armenian.
And sometimes I would just tell Mario, you know, give me I want to look super Armenian and ethnic.
This one is
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
We've been really loyal to each other over a decade.
Yes, me more than her.
Okay. One day he'll confess. Decade.
Because we've been working together for a decade. And just a quick story, we met on April 5th of 2008 for a magazine cover shoot. And the launch comes out on April 5th of 2018. This shade here is, I'll say this one, it's Albanian because, as you guys know, I'm Albanian.
The next one is called Vegas, and that just represents so many amazing looks that we've done together. We have spent so much time together in Vegas.
This shade here,
Libra.
Libra.
We're both Libras.
October 1st and October 21st.
Yes.
And?
Bronzy.
Yeah, if there's any word that we've probably said more than any other word in the world in the past 10 years, it's probably the word bronzy. All right, so I'm gonna start demoing a look for you using the new KKW and Mario eyeshadow palette. I've already put concealer and powder from her concealer kit. I put the concealer number 7 on her lids and I've set it with the baking powder, and we also have her under eyes baking while we do this tutorial. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you guys as many colors as I can in this one look. Okay, so I'm gonna start by highlighting using the shade Decade, which is this super matte, beautiful highlighter shade. You can see it's super pigmented. So I'm gonna put just a little bit right there to highlight. Now we typically use this as a base, and I know a lot of you out there watching like to use a shade like this all over as a base, so you can do that as well. This will work on all skin tones as well. I didn't make it super white because I like it to have a little bit more yellow in it, so it really goes with all skin tones. If you want a super white look, a super white matte look, in that case I always think it's best to use like a white pencil, and then you can blend it out and then use a shade like this right over it. So I'm going to apply that. You can see how pigmented it is here. I'm going to take now a little bit of the shade Armenian, which is this beautiful golden shade here. Now this shade I made a little bit sheer so that you can really build on it and so that you can also use it on top of other eyeshadow colors. I'm going to put that just on the highest point of the brow. Right there, and I'm going to take a little bit. You can see how a little goes a long way. I'm literally just tapping the brush very softly, and I'm just applying it right there. Kim loves an inner corner highlight.
Loves.
So I'm going to take the shade Miami now, which is a beautiful transition shade. It's a matte, very silky matte shade, and I'm going to take that just to do the initial crease. And so I'm not going to be too perfect with it. I'm just going to kind of swipe the brush into the crease. This is going to give the eyelid that initial kind of definition and contour. And I'll just show you guys a swatch of this also. Super beautiful. And just so you guys know, I made the shadows also not extremely oily. Sometimes when you have an extremely pigmented eyeshadow that has a lot of moisture in it, it swatches beautifully in the hand, but what happens when you apply it on the eyes, it can get muddy, it can kind of get stuck on the lid and it's hard to blend. So when I was designing the formula for these eyeshadows, you know, I made sure to take into consideration that, you know, her hundreds of millions of fans and followers are not all makeup artists, and so I made it so that it's very user-friendly for you guys and it's very easily buildable as well.
I think that's like the basis of my brand, like making things that are super user-friendly.
Yes, but at the same time, like still, you know, has the elements that a makeup artist would love as well, you know what I mean? Because I want to make sure obviously that I love it, and that because a lot of my followers I feel like are makeup artists, so I want to make sure that we all love it as well. So I'm going to take the best shade of all, my favorite shade, which is called Albanian, because the reddish brown, and I'm going to take that now and I'm going to apply it to the outer corners I'm gonna pat it on first, and then I'll blend it afterwards. So I'm just gonna blend now again using a clean brush. And then this eyeshadow, the Albanian one, because of the redness in it, it looks really good in a lot of skin tones. So what color should we use next?
Probably bronzy.
Bronzy, it's this one here. So bronzy, how many times have we said bronzy in the past 10 years? Her favorite look is bronzy, so we've probably literally said it millions of times.
Yeah, I'm always like, let's do a bronzy look.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it now using the regular dry brush. You could also wet it. And I'm gonna apply this just to the center of her lid here. This color looks really great as an all over the lid smoky shadow look. Use water, Fix Plus, whatever you want. So now I've wet the brush. I'm just gonna show you the difference. Comes out more intense. So I'm taking some more of the shade Albanian here, because you guys know I like to build on the shadows. Start with a little and apply more. I'm going to take the shade Glam and literally just apply it right to the center of her lid. Get that kind of pretty sunset pop look. So I'm going to use now the shade 2008, which is this lighter highlight shade. I'm going to go now literally just directly in the center, just to give it even more pop. And this shade I like to use wet a lot of times, or like to use it with my finger as well. I'm going to take a little bit more of that now and apply it right on the inner corners here to make it pop even more. So I'm going to take the shade Loyalty now. Obviously, like I said earlier, I'm just trying to do as many of the shades as possible during this one demo. You obviously don't have to do that. I made each color so that you can use them all alone by itself. This looks beautiful, that. They all look beautiful as a wash of color all over the lid as well by themselves. I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Loyalty, and I'm just putting it a little bit along the lash line, just to deepen the lash line a bit. Kim always loves a smoky bottom.
Love it. Like I need it, or I don't feel like I look good.
Well, you don't.
I think Mario's #1 trick is like berating me and making me feel so low about myself that when I finally look in the mirror, no matter how lazy the makeup is, I feel amazing because I've just been like
That's the trick with these celebrities.
traumatized.
You gotta, you can't gas them up because then they get too big-headed. This is the shade Vegas, so I'm applying it just a little bit along the lower lash line. And this photograph's really pretty, and it's going to make the gold in her eyes pop out more. Using a tiny little kind of flat brush like this, and I'm taking a little bit of the shade Glam. I'm taking a little bit of that and I'm applying it right inside the inner rim of her eyes, or the waterline. And this is definitely a classic Kim and Mario thing. I started doing this on her, I want to say around 2009. Wait, so before I show you guys the lips, I just want to show you this swatch because I just realized we didn't get to show you guys this color, but look how beautiful that is.
It really is so beautiful.
That's amazing. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you guys the other part of the KKW and Mario collaboration, which is these 3 lip products. It is Classic K, which is the ultimate beautiful kind of peachy nude lipstick. The story behind this is that ever since I've known Kim, and ever since I've been doing makeup, really, I always work with these lip palettes, and I always mix, I want to say like 3 or 4 shades to get sort of this color always. And then I did 2 glosses. If I had to choose 2 gloss colors that we've worked with in the past 10 years, the most with it is shades like this one here. This is called Juicy, and it's a gorgeous, beautiful, sheer, peachy nude shade. This one here, which is called Super Nude. This is my favorite gloss shade ever. And this one here is a true super nude shade that looks, again, beautiful with any lip product. So I'm going to use 2 different color liners. There's one that's softer, more natural here, and then there's one that's a lot deeper here, just to show you that this lipstick really, really goes with all different types of liners and skin tones. Okay guys, so I have applied a natural lip liner. I'm going to go ahead straight from the tube. This is the KKW and Mario lipstick. It's called Classic K. And I'm going to apply that to our lips straight from the tube. Super easy. It has a beautiful satin finish. So you see how it looks now with a more natural lip liner. Just rub that in. Okay, so I've applied it now with a deeper shade of liner. This one is more brown, and you can see how it blends beautifully into that as well. Rub that together. So I just want to show you guys the shade Juicy. This is the more peachy gloss. And I'm just going to apply it right to the center here. Just rub that in, Kimberly and Kardashian West. So that was the shade Juicy. I'm going to just pat that off a little bit because I'm going to show you the shade Super Nude. I love, love, love this shade so much. This is like really how you make any lipstick. If you want to make it more flesh toned and nude, you just add this color to the center and blend it in. It looks beautiful also just with the lip liner by itself. So that is it. That is the KKW and Mario collection.
We're so proud of it. So we can't wait for you guys to get it and test it out.
We hope that you love it as much as we've loved working on it. There was a lot of love that we went into this, and we can't wait to see your looks with it. Thank you guys.
Bye.